Hello and good morning, students. I welcome you back to the online teaching session of English KumarBharti of class 9th. Today we shall have unit 2. In that, let us see the very first poem from unit 2.1 Invictus, which is composed by William Ernest Henley. Right? Before I start teaching the poem, let us first understand what is mean by Invictus, means the title of the poem. Invictus. My dear students, the word Invictus here it means one who remains unconquerable, one who remains victorious, even though he or she faces many difficulties, hurdles in his or her life. Okay? Even after facing those hurdles, difficulties, the man or woman remains victorious or unconquerable. It's called Invictus. The poet here wants to tell to his readers all about the problems which he faced, which he has experienced in his life, even though he remains invictus or unconquerable. That is what which we are going to study in unit 2.1. That is all about invictus, one who remains unconquerable, okay, victorious all the way. Let us see page number 27, warming up. As I told you before this section, before this session, all warming up activities which you have to do on your own at home. So straightway turn the page and let us come on page number 21. Invictus. First of all, I am going to read the whole poem. You have to keep your concentration in textbook. Let us see first stanza. Out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the frail clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud under the bludgeonings of chance. My head is bloody but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade, and yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate, I am the captain of my soul. If you see those four stanzas, then all those four stanzas describe a meaningful message to all the readers. Even though he faces, as I have mentioned earlier, so many problems, difficulties in his life, even then, after facing all those problems and difficulties, the poet remains unconquerable, undefeated, you can say, or invictus, right? Let us see first the first four lines. Here I go. Here I read again those four lines. Out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole. Here the poet wants to say that he finds himself, in fact, he finds himself in complete darkness where he doesn't get a a ray of hope. He finds himself in difficult situation, in a critical situation from where he doesn't come out easily. He finds himself in a complete darkness from pole to pole, from one side to another side. He faces all the difficulties, right? Pit here means a large deep hole in the ground where he faces number of difficulties, problems, hurdles. Out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. And you see, last two lines are really very important, meaningful. He thanks to God. My dear God, I am very thankful to you. You have given lot of difficulties, problems in my life, but I understood how to come out, how to defeat all those critical situations. I learned a lot from those problems, how to come out from those difficulties, from those problems. Therefore, he says, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. He finds his soul, he is remain unconquerable, undefeated, victorious. Therefore, he doesn't care at all of all those problems and difficulties, because the title itself tells us all about. He remains unconquered, undefeated, victorious. Therefore, he thanks God. God, I am thankful to you for giving me all those problems and difficulties from where I can find myself. I can come out because my willpower is very strong. I know how to come out from those all critical situations. So these four lines are really very meaningful, from where we get the exact meaning of this word Invictus, which the poet wants to tell all of his readers, right? So before I move towards the second stanza, here you will get rhyming words, or you can say rhyming scheme, which you have to examine by your own. If not, you can ask me, I will definitely help you. Let us move forward towards the second stanza. In the frail clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud under the bludgeonings of chance. My head is bloody but unbowed. My head is bloody means his whole head, body, okay, is with full of blood. There is a lot of, problems. Due to those problems, he faces number of difficulties. He finds himself in complete darkness, as he says, in the frail clutch of circumstance. Frail clutch. This is a phrase. Frail clutch means wicked trap. He finds himself in a trap from where it is really very difficult for him to come out. So that he says, in the frail clutch of circumstance. Circumstance means condition, from where he finds really very difficult to come out. So that he says, in the frail clutch of circumstance, I have not winced. Not winced. Winced means here jerked with pain, to find himself very, very unhappy, right? He is rather disappointed here. He finds himself totally upset because of those all dangerous situations or critical situations. So he says, I have not winced nor cried aloud. I have not experienced those all, jerk. Jerk means to feel, what you call, pains because of that, critical situations where he find himself very upset, right? So he says that I have not winced nor cried aloud. I have not cried. I do not find myself uncomfortable due to those critical situations. But on the other hand, under the bludgeonings of chance, bludgeonings, if you find here the word bludgeonings means violent, okay, beating with a club. Club means a small stick with whom a man is beating to him very carelessly, even though he finds himself, but he doesn't show that I am in difficult situation. All those critical situations are really depicted or described by him in a different way. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloody but unbowed. My head remains steady, straightforward. It is not unbowed, it is not bent down. I remain all the way victorious. I remain all the way invictus or unconquered. So that's for all in today's online session. Still, there are two more stanzas which we can have it during my next online session. Till then, you keep reading, keep learning, keep studying. Thank you very much. Have a good day.